What's going on? It's a little well, is it late or is it early? I don't know. Some days. Anyways, hope uh get a couple of us and we'll hang out and I'm just gonna mess around and play my synth. I got a couple ideas I want to talk about, but I'll wait until we get some folks in here. And yeah. Oh yeah. Eldritch, man, good I mean, I'm surprised at the references people make. Did you just say what I think you said? Yeah, Unk's up early. What do y'all do? Why are you up this late? Yeah. Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday already? I don't know. I'm just messing around. This is something I patched up last night. I kind of like the this is the weird one. This is weird, kind of weird. Yeah. This is a modular synth. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that. It's basically it's a bunch of parts and you patch them all together, and you make your synth voices by patching instead of it all being pre-rooted for you underneath the hood, like on a self-contained synth. So. Yeah, I don't know. Are you speaking metaphorically about spam? I don't know. It's a lot. That's a lot to read in a live chat. Spam is edible, but it is like. Yeah, I mean, it does look like that. I'm waiting for the first reference. You can You can tell someone's age when they immediately say "cut the red wire," and it's like, oh, I know. You guys are funny tonight. Or what is it, night or is it morning? I'm not sure. Yeah. You still have dial-up internet? Here, I'm just chilling over here. What? I don't know what that means. Stevie England. I've seen you before, haven't I? RUUFO. Maybe. Do you? That's what it feels like. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, these is, I mean, so like what happens usually is I'm make music more or less, and then I get sick of it, and then I'm like, oh, let me make some alien noises because that's always fun. Murder button is faulty. Has anyone read the? Every time I see a robot vacuum, I remember there was like a Ray Bradbury story where all the appliances in the house were connected and electronic, and they end up like turning against the homeowners. I don't know. Am I imagining that? I feel like I read that as a kid. I think it's the only short story of his I read. I don't know. We got a robot vacuum at Christmas, and I'm more and more in favor. Now you got to make sure there's nothing like really bad it can get on, but yeah. Thanks. No, there's no. I don't think Korg was involved in the making of this in any way. I don't know if I have anything that's Korg. I used to, and I wish I still had it. Does anyone here believe in aliens? I'd be curious. I keep seeing alien references and murder bots and whatever. I go back and forth. A satisfying musical sound? Is that a request? I don't see a question mark. I'm just kidding. It's a little early for being pedantic, isn't it? But... I mean, does anyone else hate AI as much as I do? Stevie? Because I absolutely despise it. Yeah, 5K's getting there. Yeah, I got LFOs, I got VCFs, I don't know what VCF, voltage control something, I don't know. VCAs. Yeah, I agree. I heard here someone was talking about the number of users they claim on AI, and it was like oh, this unit has this many AI, and this unit has this many, no, this AI has this many users, and this AI has this many users. And it was like, ridiculous numbers. And I was like, bro, no one is using AI. AI is using us. Like it's like there's no using it. Like it's just sucking up everything. It's using us. It's oh, let's make fake humans to think better than us. It's pretty ridiculous. It's anti-human in my opinion, but whatever. Dinosaur sounds? I don't know. What does a dinosaur sound like? I mean, if they were lizards, do lizards? What's so they're giant lizards, let's say. Um, um, okay, so how do I build this? Okay, so I kind of built it over a couple of years. You build, I'll show you. So, what you do is you build, well, you buy a case, and then you have to have appropriate modules to do different things. So, like, you have to have a voice. So you have to have a unit that makes noise. So in this case, like right here, that noise you're hearing is coming from this guy right here. It's a unit that makes like percussive sounds. And so, but then you put it through things and you have other stuff going on. So I have something sequencing it. So I have this unit down here sequencing it. And then I have it running through a couple other things to modify the voice. So have a delay, and so I think about 2 years I've worked on this. I don't have a clouds. Yeah, this is about 30 modules. I'm actually trying to get rid of some, so I have a few that I don't have in here. I've sold several recently. Like, I've been trying to hone in on what I don't ever use. And just get the sounds that I like. And so I've been trying to minimize, because ideally I would have like this case up here, this that has all my molts on it. I would have it be like half empty, so that if I want to get something and try it out, I can have room for it. Yeah, it is absolutely endless, but It's one of those weird things where it's like, it's not like software, like I feel like I own it. So yeah, I communicate with others every day. So some of this is analog, some of it's digital, some of it's so that's digital. That's coming from the Blanc over here. It's digital. But this right here, this is coming. These are sounds being triggered through a analog filter, and so what you're hearing there is analog. Now then you get into cross stuff, and you get some stuff that has such high, I don't know, bit rates. Some things you get into has such high bit rates. It's you can't. You'd be pressed to tell the difference. Yeah, this is what you're hearing here. That's the this is the filter 8. I'm live streaming on my phone, so I can't look up what a dinosaur sounds like right now. But I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. Just messing around. There we go. Took a second. Thanks. I'll work on the dinosaur sounds. I do have a keyboard. At the moment. So I have one of these. This is called a key step. It has modular outs for integrating with a modular setup like this. So it has a gate, pitch, and mod out, and then it has clock in and out, so you can do the arpeggiator. But I don't have it hooked up right now. Right now I'm sequencing everything through the Bloom. It's got 3 channels. So actually, yeah. Yeah, it's not happening. Sorry. Rap is government issued brainwashing music. The T-Rex. I'm gonna have to do that. That actually sounds fun. It's yeah, distraction music. Yeah. No. You ever watched the movie Real Genius? And you're like, I need to watch a Could This Have Ever Happened? At the end where they hack the airplane and then they cause it to shoot the they use the guidance system on the laser to shoot the popcorn. It's older. It's from like '87. It's got Val Kilmer in it. It's pretty fun. It's one of my favorite movies. It's just a good, goofy, like coming of age comedy about some nerds. So you don't save or recall sounds. What I do, so you can hear it through the speakers. And then I have it running out of this guy, which is a recorder. It's called a H6. It's called a Zoom Handy recorder. It's a pretty old. It's probably 10 years old almost. But it's great. It's got 4 channels, and so whenever I want to recall something, I just press record, and it records everything. And what I do is then I just have a file that I compile. No, I don't have any Moog things. The one Moog thing that I've owned that I should have kept was a Moog Slim Fatty. I don't know if y'all know what that is. Those things were amazing, and I sold it for some reason. No, I don't have. I mean, I have Moog style things probably. But yep, I don't have a. I don't think. Yeah, I don't have a ladder filter. Which is a common Moog thing, because Moogs are like, I mean, anybody can make waveforms. So like the waveforms on a Moog aren't particularly unique. It's the ladder filter and the integration of it that's unique. I mean, Moog's not essential if you've ever played one. Compared to other things, they're getting more and more like teenage engineering, where they're just like eventually gonna just be making complete slop. Maybe good slop, but it'll eventually be slop, because they're getting away from higher end stuff for sure. The older Moogs, like the old Moog Voyagers and the mini Moogs and Model Ds and all that stuff, yeah, those are amazing. But I mean, absolutely stunning instruments. But some of the things about the Moog is the gain compensation on the filter. I never jived with it. So as you adjust the filter on a Moog, you lose gain, you lose volume, essentially. And so, yeah, actually, I take that back. The Moog, some of the higher end stuff is, I forget that they made like the Moog 1 and the Muse and the Grandmother, and all the other stuff. They made plenty of good stuff. I feel like they limit you on voices intentionally for some reason. I don't know why you can't have more than one. I don't know why you can't have more than one voice. Like I don't understand why you can't have a 4-voice Moog anything, but yeah, and a lot. But the thing is about, so like I've had a Mother 32, and I've had a one of the other ones that are the smaller units. The filter's the one thing I always had a gripe about, and because of the way, the gain compensation just never seemed to be like, I sold my Mother 32. I couldn't stand it. And I had, there's the other one that's the weird one. It's got like, it has several voices. It was sort of an in-between one. Subharmonicon. I had a Subharmonicon, and I couldn't get along with that thing. I haven't had a DFAM. The DFAM actually looks interesting, and the new one's the Labyrinth, and is there a Labyrinth and one other one that look pretty cool. But yeah, I haven't jived with them. But a lot of times, most guys I see using them use multiple ones together, and that I can understand because it's like a little system. Does anyone hate Stranger Things as much as I do? Like, I got to season 3 and I watched it and I was like, okay, this is kind of bad. But then I went back and I watched the whole thing with just Steve and Dustin's timeline. I didn't watch anyone else's timeline, and it's actually amazing. But it's just absolutely hilarious on season 3. But yeah, I started getting interested in reading about modular like 15 years ago. So I thought about it and researched it for a very long time before I ever bought anything. I mean, I'm not against watching it. I was telling a friend the other day, I was like, if you like when they get into like season 6 and season 7, seasons 8 and blah 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 and whatever, and it's just the money ride. It's not quite evolving. I can make it evolve. Here we go. But yeah, so like, have you ever seen like imagine like a Clint Eastwood movie from back in the day, like Pale Rider, which is one of my favorite movies. Would we have ever needed a Pale Rider 6? Like, didn't the mystery of the story get encapsulated in one movie? But her name's Elle. It's not 11, right? I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm shaking my leg. Yeah, sorry. I'm probably shaking the whole camera. Capitalism for you? Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not against people earning money. It's just you can always come up with something new. Like any new ideas in the world. I mean, like, oh, let's make Freddy Krueger 12. I don't know. I'm not really into science. I mean, I am, but I'm not. Oh, it's yeah. Turn out the slot, bro. Oh no. I was shaking my leg. Anyone else have a nervous habit? So like, I'm sitting here shaking my leg. Nervous habit. Oh, I mean, tell me I'm good. No, you're bad. Man, you guys don't apologize for stuff. We're just chilling. I'm gonna make some tunes. I can alter the steps in my Euclidean sequence and shorten them so that it's not 3 groups of 4. Because like right now I have it set for 3 groups of 4. All right. So that's 11 steps on the Euclidean sequencer. So it'll change the timing up. This won't be 3. Won't be a division of 3, but and then you can change so that's 7 steps now on the sequencer. So I can increase the tempo. Yeah. That's 10 beats per minute increase right there. I'll do it 15 so you can tell. Don't know what that means. So with the recordings, sometimes I make like short little videos that aren't. Um, I don't have. I may have a couple on my channel. If you go back, but usually what I do is I kind of use them as inspiration for if I make like a little song or something. And so I try to remember. I use it, and then I'll like, okay, I patched it this way, and then I'll use that. But I haven't done that in a while. I don't have quite enough time for songs and everything. But I play guitar and stuff, so sometimes I'll make this more musical, and I'll play guitar with it. This. You see how I got 1%. Thanks for tuning in. You see how I have like I have a I have some, usually I have like I have 4 channels of audio, and so I can mix in. I can have 2 doing kind of one thing, and then if I mix in the other ones, I can shift them to do something else. So I'm, if I want to play around with music. So I have things that may be more musical, things may be more rhythmic, something that may be more like experimental, funky, and then I can try and combine them and shift them. And no, I think aliens are probably some sort of spiritual entities that no one should be messing with. I don't know about high tech. I mean, it's like 60-year-old tech. I mean, it's made in a high tech fashion. I don't know if you've ever seen like old units that are huge, but yeah. Our channel's name is Pine Box Vintage. It's yeah, it's about death. Pine Box Vintage. Yeah. I want to have. There's some cool like someone. So hold on. I've seen some people experimenting like on YouTube videos and whatnot with some pretty cool light synthesis things that they incorporate into their rack, and they're like really cool. But I mean, I've seen people that they'll have a normal modular rack, but then they'll have a rack that integrates with like a light setup that they can plug their modular into, and it looks pretty dope. I haven't gone too far down that rabbit hole, but well, I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. I try to. I don't know. I want to try and do it every day, but because I mean, it's like imagine like hanging out for an hour every day with people, and I don't do that on the weekends, but during the week, might as well. Yeah, triggered light sequence. I don't know. No, it's not chaotic. You gotta imagine. You have to imagine that half the wires are just doing normal stuff like connecting audio. So like about half the wires, I don't even have to know I don't have to be thinking about them because they're just connecting audio like left and right, in and outs. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm gonna try. A lot of it depends on. Does anyone else here work? Because I work for a living. Sometimes I'm exhausted and I can't muster the energy, and I'm just wiped. It's been, but usually it's a matter of whether or not I wake up or fall asleep early or whatever to do live streams. But I do live streams. I've been doing them more on the regular. I realize if you just kind of do something interesting and you just chill, people like that and want to hang out. There's not enough just people doing weird kind of normal things in the world. How many sounds at the same time? So this voice right here, this is triggering a single voice. Well, it's got two voices. It kind of goes back and forth. You can see it. See this shows which voice is triggering. So one's a bass voice and one is a kick voice. So you're hearing it alternate between a bass and a kick sound. You can hear the pitch change. So the bass pitch didn't change, maybe a little bit, but the pitch of the bass there, the bass drum didn't change, but the pitch of the bass sound changed. So that's like two voices right there. And then this is just one voice, but it's a resonant filter, so you get a good range that makes it sound kind of like there's a multi-timbrality to it, but it's just one. But then I have it running into something over here. I have it running in the multigrain, and that adds a layer of high-pitched delays on top of it. And so that kind of adds an extra layer of timbrality, I would say. And then I have, this is just a single voice. And I don't have it going through anything. It's just, that's just the voice. But then you vary, if you do like some sort of sequence into, like gated sequence into your filter, you can get it to sound, give variation there. And yeah, that's a granular delay. It's yeah, you know what a granular delay is if you know it. It's taking the sample, it's repitching it, and then it's cutting through the sample, which I don't know how much that one is. I probably have to freeze it and scan it and do whatever, but yeah. Can the machine cook pizza? No, I sold my pizza module actually this week, so yeah. The wires, half the wires are just transferring audio signals. So, because I have a lot of this in stereo. So, boop, boop, boop. Gated filters on the voice. Yeah, so like, let me see if I can't give you an example. So, if I take this trigger over here, and I plug it into my filter, I'll plug it in the volt per octave so you probably can hear it. You hear that it gives variation? That's almost a gate right there. You can hear how within that you're getting lots of range of sort of, yeah, it squelches sound a little bit. There's lots of ways you can get motion. And you can I don't know, I'd have to mess around with it a little bit, but that's the whole thing about modulars. That's the nice thing. I don't know if you know a little bit about it, but is that you can get tons of movement. Yeah, I have that set to the, I think, yeah. Cutoff, yeah. I guess it'd be the cutoff. I think I had it set to the frequency. But you can, this one, if you just, this is just the pitch, but you can hear it in the background. I have audio rate going into the FM, so you can hear it's gonna get real clean. It gets real clean there. And if you bring the FM back in, it gets a little more like textural sounding because of the FM. That's the thing, like if you get into this stuff, you're going to be sitting and reading manuals forever. But it actually becomes fun at a certain point because then it's like a problem to solve. And if you like to tinker, it's quite enjoyable because you're constantly trying to problem solve, and once you hit those sweet spots and you learn how certain things work and you hit sweet spots, yeah, I think that'd be correct. So if I turn the resonance down, so it's self-oscillating right now, but it has a volt. This has a volt per octave. I'll show you. Has a volt per octave input. So you make it self-oscillate. Because if you take the resonance all the way out, make it stop self-oscillating, you don't hear it. You hear clicks. You hear it's just filter clicks, and then you crank up the resonance, you get a self-oscillate. And then it has a pitch adjust. This filter has a pitch adjustment because it is designed to be used as an oscillator as well, which is freaking amazing. Because it like, I like it. I mean, like even right now you're hearing one output, so I can do another output. So this is the bandpass plus. So like, let's put it in the high pass plus. It'll give it slightly different sound. Let's do something different. I don't know. It's sort of slightly different flavors, but no. So the other filter I have is the This is the filter 8. This is the Belgrade on this guy. It's a well, both of these are multi-mode filters. So what you're hearing there is like on both of them you're hearing a kind of a bandpass. Yeah, you're hearing bandpass outputs. Even though, because like I used to not be into bandpass, but then it gives you such a more range you can experiment with. So thanks, man, or whoever you are. This is my favorite voice. This is the crew one. It has a VCA. What you're hearing is that VCA. I'm modulating it heavily. Yeah. So where like most modules, you have to not on most. Some modules have built-in VCAs, but the Crewin has I feel like an exceptionally good VCA built in. It gives you you can use it as a traditional VCA, so you can crank it all the way up and you can put an inverted signal and you can have it pulse down. So like that's like this. So if you invert the signal, I have it cranked. I have the level cranked all the way up, and then I'm amping it down. So as I bring the volume down, you hear more volume cut out. And so it kind of gives a different pulsating effect, and you can make it feel like side chaining a little bit with another module going through a VCA. So you can have the volume swells doing different things. It's pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, like, I've just been experimenting around with it. I usually only have one voice at a time with like maybe some percussive or some other melodic element that's higher or lower pitched. Yeah, but I'll probably I'll probably try and sidechain it with something comparable, just to get an idea of like changing the texture and changing, you know, one with a higher pitch and lower pitch, and then sidechain those. You're in London and you need to sleep. What time is it there? Is it like what is it? Is it like 9 o'clock in the morning in London? I'm just kidding. You on the night shift? Thanks, Dee Dee. Yes, I do use splitters. So the reason I have this case up here is that it has buffered malts on it. So I'll show you. It's easier to show you. So if I plug in a gate to this, you see how all these light up? So basically I can take this one gate, and then now I have 12 iterations of that gate. And then if I patch in something here, it'll divide that off, and then patch something here, it'll divide that off. And it'll be separate units. And then I have the same thing. I have a buff malt here. This is the one I'm using at the moment. But I have it so that at some point I'll probably get it to where I don't need this case up here and figure out what I want just in my big case. And yeah, so what when you hear the voices, they're both getting the same pitch per octave, but it's going through a buff malt, so it pitches it at the same, the voltages match correctly, so you can hear. So those are receiving the same octave voltages through a multiplier. Yep. And you can do so. You can do passive malts, but passive malts are more for like gates and stuff, and so you can get those, and they're less expensive because I don't think they need power technically. I think you can just get like a dongle and stuff. Yeah, the layered sounds. You can kind of hear it there. So I have a couple of IntelliGel things. I don't know what you're exactly referencing, but I have the multigrain as the granular processor. And then I have the Quadrax over here. The Quadrax is generating some of my envelopes and LFOs and whatnot. And then I have the case up top is an IntelliGel case. And then I have a C-Legs. I have several things. They make pretty amazing stuff. I think across the board they have very good consistency on the units. Anything I've owned by them has been spot on. Now you got to know what you want. You got to know what you're going to use. So. I don't want to. There's nothing I want to replace up top. I'd like to have it be just a, I don't know, like experimental case. So like I have stuff that I don't quite know how to use or whatever in it, and then I can if I have stuff up there I don't know how to use, I don't always have to have it up here. And I can just have the case down here that I use most of the time, so that it's, I don't know, it's not necessary. none of it's necessary. To, yeah. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Probably need to go catch some shut eye. But no, I don't want to replace it. I just want to be able to like use it for something else. Because I have a couple modules that I want to use. I want to have a case that's sort of dedicated to an effects unit, so that I can just process the effects on a couple of synths. That's always been my goal, is to have like a unit that does the voices and then triggers and all that stuff, and then another one I can just plug another synth into, like one of my standalone synths, and just have it as an effects unit. But yeah. Anyways, so I have a analog keys. I don't know if you know what that is. I've had it for 10 years. It's pretty fun. It's very limited, and it's one of those things that the limitations make you really think through. I sold my Korg a long time ago, which I shouldn't have. It was one of the weird small ones they made, and it had this weird joystick on it, and I totally shouldn't have sold it. Thank you. But yeah, and then I have a Polygon synth. It's like, I like it because you can set up the pads to be a specific key, and then you can have three. It's multi-timbral, so you can have three voices playing at the same time. And you can have a rhythmic kind of and you can have different things arpeggiating, and you can have one voice you play, so you can like hold chords or hold a rhythm and then play a melody. Good morning. Yep. And then I have a Novation Peak. Peak. It's the small one. It's the desktop version. And then I have an old Waldorf. What's it called? It's a small unit. It's the Waldorf made. The Peak. Every time I think about getting rid of the Peak, because I get frustrated with it for some reason, I like take a break and come back to it, and it's just like, oh gosh, these sounds are amazing. Yeah, the Peak is the Peak is absolute. Which is like, I should have just like sold half my gear and just bought a Summit. Yeah, this it's not the Strifec. It's the let me see. Oh, it's the I have a old Blofeld. It's a little weird. Let's see. It's this guy. I have an old Blofeld. It's a little weird. You think it sounds better than the Summit? That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Do you make music? I mean, are you a musician? Jitrushi. Okay, cool. What do you mainly play? Because I'm actually an average guitar player, probably above average guitar player. Synths are something that just compel me. So overcomplicate sounds. Yeah. What pedals do you have that you like for synths? Because like I was thinking about getting a H90 and just having that be something for synths and guitar. Blue Sky, Big Sky, yeah, those are classics. You think that you like the Blue Sky better? The Big Skies, you like the Blue Sky better? That's interesting. I'm sensing a theme. You like the things that are simpler instead of the things that are more complicated. Is that? Have you actually played them in real life? Because I haven't. I don't know if I've played any Strymon stuff in real life. I have. Do you have one? Well, I don't know if you know what this is. Let me dig it out. This is the OG of guitar processors, and it's like one of the first amp sims that I remember. My uncle gave it to me like years and years ago. Yeah. No, it's not a bomb. Does it vibrate? Yeah, so it technically does. I mean, if you think about electricity vibrating, so no, it's not a bomb. It's a modular synth. Yeah, sonic explosion, that's right. Yeah. I haven't. I mean, I've seen people do demos of the H90, but I think I have a couple of pedals, and they it does all that stuff, and I never use more than one. Like, I don't ever find it pleasurable to use more than one effect at a time, generally, on like guitar, synth, or whatever. And so, yeah, I play guitar. So I have an Epiphone Casino. That's what I've been playing recently. And I'm like, I don't know why I never played a semi-hollow before. Yeah, I don't do well with lots of pedals. Maybe like a distortion with a little delay or something. But yeah, the hollow body, man, because I can play it without being plugged in, because it has a resonant chamber. So you can just chill and just play it, or you can plug it in, and that's it. Kind of splits the difference between, and it's electric, so it's slightly better action than my acoustic. So it's fun. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, it's just like with anything. I could plug everything in at once with this, but at no point do I have more than like, I don't know, a filter and maybe like a delay or reverb effect. And then, you know, all the modulation destinations over the volume and stuff. So, yeah, I'm sure I could. Let me see. This is my favorite because it lets me switch between like a guitar sound and a you ever played this? It's a electroharmonics ring thing. I got it ages ago. Oh, it's backwards. But it's great because you can, especially if you're recording, you can switch pretty readily between like a bass voice and a guitar voice. Yeah, if you like layering effects, the HX is, as much as I don't like some of their stuff, I think some of their stuff's pretty goated. So, yeah. They make weird stuff, but I think that they're just a shock. Is it, is it just me, or does EHX take like a shotgun approach? They're just like, we're just going to make everything that we can, and then something will stick, and then, oh yeah, for sure. Could you imagine like their warehouse and it's just enclosures? Like it's no guts, no electronics to it. It's just their freaking just their enclosures. It's probably like a warehouse in and of itself. Oh no, I mean, like you think I did this without like so much freaking gas? Like, oh, this would be nice. Oh, this came out. This would be nice. Oh, I mean, it's just, yeah, logic isn't exactly a part of the equation. But the one thing, I don't know if you, that's the thing. The one thing about music gear that I will say is that if you buy stuff that's of decent quality, you generally can get a good price out of it later on when if you want to resell it. So, oh yeah, the Maris stuff, golly. You follow what's her name? Her name's Emily. Emily, the harp lady. She reviews all the guitar pedals and stuff. On her last stream, where she did the awards for pedals, I think she gave Maris a distinguished award. Yeah, her stuff's, it's just good fun. It's just like, yep, that's good fun. The world needs more of that. Just good silliness. But yeah, I think she raved about the Maris. And I like the stuff that I heard. That's the only reference I have recently. Yep. Yeah. What's so like you talking about pedals? What's like, desert island pedal for you? Like couldn't live without. Because mine's probably the ring thing. Yeah, I would say. I mean, I only have a couple of pedals down there that I actually use, but the ring thing definitely is for me. You don't play? Okay. Use any effects of any sort? Or is it all like use dolls or anything? Oh, Hog 2. Okay. Yeah, I think those are, I mean, based off my recollection, those are pretty, yeah, Hog 2 does some wild stuff, if I recall. Is the Hog 2 a play on the Pog? Right? It's the Pog is the one they have. Guitar's fun. Guitar's very hard. Like if you're a keyboard player, I don't know. It's just like they're so different, especially with you're playing, instead of playing one linear thing like on a keyboard, you're playing 6 linear things. It's just it's actually kind of bananas, but okay. Yeah, I remember watching. You talking about the pitches in the background? Vic Morrison. I remember watching demos of the Hog back in the day, and being like, I have no idea what's going on here. Like it's just absolutely bonkers. Yeah, no, there's systems for sure. And if you practice like between scales, arpeggios, and sort of the different way to form chords across the thing, you can learn pretty quick. In a sort of gross, or not even. I don't mean gross. I mean gross as in large scale. In a global way. Yeah, there's definitely ways. Because like, I feel like with keyboard you learn melodies first, like melody lines first, and then chords and things incorporating into the melody lines later. And then guitar, you learn the opposite. You learn like chords first, and then you learn to incorporate melody lines. It's like two different. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, but there's so much better instructional material out there than like when I was a kid. So like when I learned guitar, I didn't have the internet. So like before the internet, I was like going down and hanging out with Michael, I think his name was, and he was teaching me guitar. And then I had a couple of friends that played, so I played with them. But yeah, it was like the Wild West, and then now you can like type in systems and you can just have endless videos on people teaching you like the Cage system or whatever it is. And it's like, okay, like I didn't even know what any of that was. I didn't know what arpeggio was when I started playing guitar. I probably didn't know what arpeggio was for the first 10 years I was playing guitar. I played them, but I didn't learn music formally in any way. I don't know. First song I remember learning was probably a Cars song. So I don't know about classical, but yeah, so I haven't used it for the guitar, but I play my guitar with it for sure. So I'll program a sequence, you know, like I'll tune my oscillators. I'll know they're in, you know, playing in C minor or whatever. And I'll just play along with it. Experiment with like playing, you know, just going between scales and chords and doing arpeggios and kind of like seeing where it leads me, because like you can kind of you can just kind of sit and chill and just noodle and then settle on something. I don't know. My coffee is downstairs, waiting on me, so not coming up here at the moment. Yeah. It's fun because I'll have, you know, that I have a little H6 over here. You can kind of use it as a mixer. You plug in multiple things. So cut the green. I want to cut the red. I don't have any red ones. I got pink ones. But yeah, and it's fun because it has such a broad range. So like you don't have to like do a switch to play a different octave. You can just play the different octave. Same thing with like a keyboard. You got a like 88 key keyboard. I mean, you can just. Yeah, I'm about to go get a cup of coffee. Now you talk about it. Coffee on the guitar? What? I don't know what you're talking about. That's what a treat. Yeah. That's why I kind of want to. I have an input over here that I can plug guitar into it, and it's one of those weird things. I haven't done it yet, because I don't know. I haven't had a need to, but yeah. What's up, Captain KO? We're getting all the people waking up. We've been up for an hour and some change. Oh yeah, it is. So the coffee is waiting for me. Yes. I have like a insulated carafe. Is that what you call it? So it stays warm overnight. So I make a lap in the evening the night before, and then it's hot waiting. This is a modular synth, so you can play it with the keyboard if you want to. This makes noises of all sorts and all kinds. I don't know anything about anything. I'm just chilling. The coffee is waiting for me. I compiled it. I didn't build anything. You can build these cases, but I didn't build this one. I'm a carpenter, so I don't know why I didn't build it, but I didn't feel like it. I don't know. Nah, I don't know about DJing with this thing. It'd be hard. Yeah, it's sort of like a music machine. Thanks. Hello, Liam. Yes, I do. So, my new hobby has become reading instruction manuals. So I know what all this stuff does. Yep. Because you can't enjoy it without having like a depth of knowledge, which is just like, because like, I don't know if you've ever been in a similar situation, but like, so like based off the way my life is structured at the moment, I don't have a necessarily a ton of free time to do things, but I can read things in my free time. So I since I have a ton of time to read things, I can do this. Yep. Bangarang. I don't know what that means, but thanks. This is a modular synth. For all of those joining us. It is, but like, if you know about the history sort of electronic music, I'm more akin to, older school. Even though I listened to tons of EDM and dubstep and all that. It's really good painting music, so I got it from a variety of places, so it's sort of one of those things you compile. It's like, but yeah, so like, I'm a painter. So I'm an art. I went to art school, and so dubstep, EDM, like early days, we listened to tons of that in the painting studio, and it was absolutely excellent for like focus music for doing stuff. So yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I was I'm still pretty good. Not as good as I used to be, but I draw a lot more now. I draw a whole lot more than I paint. And I get an influx of people waking up, looking at their phones, and then they leave. But yeah, it's a modular synth, guys, for those y'all curious. Yeah, it's not cheap. So it's not cheap for sure. You compile it over time, so I mean, you can order modules. You know what Reverb is? They sell used gear. I've ordered some stuff from there, some stuff from Perfect Circuit, some stuff from Detroit Modular. And those companies also post used equipment as well. So at a fairly discounted rate. So yeah. But yeah, these are modules for modular synthesis. So, but it says yeah, eBay as well. Yep. Oh yeah, sorry. It's one of my main things. I sell stuff on. I've bought and sold stuff on eBay for, I guess, decades now, almost. Yep. Yeah, the price point of a lot of this is inhibits people, but sort of once you get going, if it's like I don't have a lot of other hobbies, so and my other hobbies are manageable in terms of costs. So I can make it loud, but my kids are still asleep. So I can get very loud, but yeah, people are still asleep. Nah, it's okay. I can get a little louder. Not exactly. If you look at the most popular modules, they vary. It's usually between, so some modules probably like 125 to 450 is actually probably the range. If you want to go buy like the biggest, best thing that people are into at the moment, yeah, it's gonna cost a fortune. But yeah, thanks, Yoland Mayer. That's an interesting name. Yeah. Yeah, I do. So. One thing I've thought about since you mentioned gaming is I have my I think I have my Nintendo 64 set up so I can actually live stream it. And I've been playing a few games on it just in the evenings. So I've been thinking about doing like old school, like retro game streams. I thought that'd be fun. Just because, good fun. But yeah, let me go back here. Yeah, I don't know about. Hopefully, I don't have crazy dreams. Lots of it's lots of. I had a bad dream last night. And I'm like, did you have a bad dream, or are you just trying to get me to come upstairs? Yeah, whatever. Sad? I'm not sad. I'm not sad. I'm just kidding. Don't be sad. Don't ever. This is a little bit of advice I'm going to give you. Don't ever say sorry. Don't. Yeah, fully own your stuff. Don't say sorry. I'm not. No one's. Doesn't need to be a. Doesn't at least doesn't need to be a reaction. Doesn't need to be in your repertoire of reactions. Saying sorry. As my friend, as a friend of mine used to say, don't be sorry. Don't be a sorry person. And it's like, oh, I don't want to be a sorry person. Own it. We're all good. I'm just messing around. It's too early for sorries. Way too early for sorries where I'm at. Yeah, have a good day. YOLO or YOLA. Steve, are you still here? Okay, Steve, I'm gonna follow you because you're hilarious. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. You're funny. Are you in England? Is that why you're so funny? You're just a wonderful English satirist. Which do you know anything? So Stevie, I'm going to ask you. Do you know Do you know anything about the Isle of Man? I know nothing about the Isle of Man. I'll wait for you to respond. So my sister did her like she did the genetic testing or whatever, and basically it just circles England in a big red circle. When you get the genetic testing back, it just says England, but then there's like 13.2% is someone from the Isle of Man, and I'm thinking I had one ancestor that that was from the Isle of Man, which is interesting. And it's also odd that it had such a dense, I don't know, genetic signature that it could be recognized. Well, whatever. Well, I think I may have to move on. I hear my coffee calling me. One thing I don't like about live streams is it doesn't. Yeah, I'm calling the aliens, that's for sure. Is that it doesn't let me go back and look at the chat, because sometimes I want to go back and see who chatted. Prehistoric times ruled by the Vikings from around 1800, later controlled by Scotland and England from local lords under the English crowns. And self-governing British crown depends. Okay, that's interesting. So it is kind of its own thing. In recent years. That's cool. That's why it'd be so genetically similar, and you'd be able to pick it out, I guess, because it was its own community. Cool. Yeah. I've been going back and Stevie. I've been going back and watching different. I don't know, variety of British and Scottish and Irish sitcoms. So it's always fun because the humor is so differently paced than anything American. It's a little more slapstick. It's a little more. But sometimes some of it's a little more thoughtful, and the characters are developed just differently. And also, it's a sort of out of time, so like each episode can be its own thing, regardless of. Okay, yeah, that's what I figure. But yeah. Anyways, I think I've been chilling long enough. Hope you guys. Well, Stevie, it's already, what is it? I don't know. Is it 10 o'clock there yet? Anyways, I hope everyone has a good day, week, whatever. Hopefully I'll see you soon. We can hang out and chat again. Minder? What's Minder? I'll watch that. I'll make a list. We got a list right here of things people recommend. Yeah, I'll take a really good. If you're talking about Minder, it's a really good British show. I'd be interested. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'll have to come up with a list next time if you ever get on here again. I'll come up with a list of 10:38. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's 5:38. 5:38 here. So, but yeah, hope everyone has a good day. I'm gonna sign off, and yeah, nice chatting with everyone that was here. Yeah, peace. Have a good one.